Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. Today we're going to make a book page envelope, but first let's have our shout out to Tony, Vicki, Sabin, Joyce, Catherine, Nancy, and Shelley. I appreciate each and every one of you. Alright you guys, I have a book page right here, and I have a piece of coffee dyed paper. So what I'd like to do is just put my glue stick right onto my book page. I'm not going to cover it completely because I am going to sew, but if you are not going to sew, then you need to really cover this book page with quite a bit of glue so that you can make sure that this really gets stuck down onto your coffee dyed paper. Now I'm just going to trim my coffee dyed paper off. Here we go. Just trim it around, just like that. And last side. There we go. So now, let me just push this over to the side here for a second. So now we have something that looks like this. And I am actually going to take it over to my machine and I'm going to sew around the edge. But before I do, I am going to get my corner rounder and I am going to round the corners right here. And I am going to get my ink and I am going to go ahead and ink the edges. This is Vintage Photo, the color of the ink. And I'm just going to go around. So you don't need to see me do that. I'll go around. I'll come back when I have it sewn. Alright, you can see that I have sewn around the edge. You can probably see better on this side. And so now what I'd like to do is I like to decide how deep I'm going to make this pocket. I do think I want it to be about 2.5 inches. So I'm going to line up my grids so that I can see a little better. Actually, is that 2.5? Yeah, it's a little tad more than 2.5, but that will be fine. And I'm just going to fold the top down. Now I am going to leave a little bit of a space, so I'm not going to fold it right on that line because I want to give myself a little bit of room to get in and out of the pocket itself. Now the reason why I did back this is because can you see that my paper is old and it's kind of split right here? Do you see that it's split? It has broken, but that on both folds it's broken a little. But that's okay because we have backed it, so it's going to stay together and it's going to be secure. And once we ink it up, it's just not going to matter in the big scheme of things. We have secured it, so it's not going to go anywhere, and yet we can still use this beautiful old book page and put it to use. So now we have our little fold. We fold it into our little envelope, and I am going to go and re-sew the sides. Now you don't have to do this. You could go ahead and just glue it. That would be just as perfect, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a little sew. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I have chosen to sew it with a zigzag stitch. So it's just a little different than the straight stitch. And let's go ahead and let's decorate this. I have a few of these stickers. They're deco stickers, and I ordered them the other day and I was very pleased with them, and I have not used them. I used one of them, and I really thought that maybe we could use one on our little project today. I'm not sure if there's a small enough one for us to use, but let's pull them out and have a look. They're kind of tall. They seem to be on the tall side. I've turned them upside down, obviously. Let's turn them over. We're making a mess here, Kathy. We're making a mess. So, I wonder, I could actually probably cut it in half and stick it on 2 different ways. I might have to do that. Oh, that one's pretty on there. That one's very pretty. I could stick it on and then trim it. I think that probably will be the way I'll have to do it. So let's give it a go. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but we're going to try. These stickers are new to me, but I do think they're pretty, and whoa, whoa, whoa. They're probably very sticky. Okay. Let's push this. I need more than one finger, I think. Here we go. Now I've gone ahead and I've stuck it right on there. So my thought process here was that I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to trim it, but we'll see if that works. I hope it does. It sure does. Oh, that's pretty cute, right? So then you open it, it's like that. That's interesting. I could put a label there, and then maybe you wouldn't, it kind of bothers me once I open it and the poor flower's been decapitated, but I think if I put a label there, it's not going to matter. So I'm just looking for some labels and seeing. Maybe we can stick a label here. It's kind of interesting, huh? Okay, something different. Well, I think I won't mind that there. Put that there. Now I do think, let me pick all these up here real quick. All right, I got all that picked up. Now, you know I like to put little words on, little script on here, on my labels, and I use little pieces to keep the stamp from inking on the border, because I want the border to stay intact. So I think I need to switch to my bigger block. Put this on my bigger block, bring in my vintage photo, ink it up just a little bit. You don't have to ink the whole thing, and just place it right there. There we go. That just works so perfectly each and every time, because we keep the ink from getting onto the other part of the label. It works out very well. So let's go ahead and let's put that on right there, and then that way maybe it won't bother me as much that I have decapitated the flowers. So oh my goodness. So let's go ahead and get that on. I'm going to put it right there so that when this shuts, it's not going to show. And then you open it up. Oh, that's going to be just absolutely fine. So now let's see, what would we need? Some other little things on here. Don't need more book pages. So let me bring in a couple things. All right, I brought in some lace. I think that maybe a little piece of this cream lace would be very nice right on here. And I brought in some butterflies, and what else did I bring? Some numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and put this right on the edge of the, goodness gracious, this glue. There we go. Put it right on the flap here. I think that will be nice, and it will finish it off. Okay, so just lay it right on here. I think I'm going to fray the edge just a little so it doesn't look perfect. There we go. I think that is looking lovely. Now let's see, how about a butterfly? And where exactly do I want this butterfly? Well, this is a pretty color. That's very pretty, isn't it? We could actually put two. I think those are beautiful on there. So I'm going to just ink a little bit, not much, just a little, just so it's not so crisp. It takes that Christmas, no, it doesn't take that off. It takes crisp off. When you cut, sometimes I'm not very good at fussy cutting, and I leave a little bit of the paper on that maybe shouldn't be left on, and when you ink, it just kind of makes that just blend in and it goes away. So I'm going to put the small one right here, and actually, didn't I have it over here? Oh, where did I have that? I think I'm going to move it over here because I want to put the big one right here. And I'll tuck it up just a little bit up underneath. I'm not sure that we'll need a number or anything. We may not. I'm liking how this is turning out. I think that's very pretty. And you open it up, and the label kind of makes that go away. And so that works. So let's bring in the numbers. I'm not sure that we need a number. We have quite a bit going on right here already. But let's go ahead and just look quickly and see. I'm looking for something small. Well, we could put a 2 right down here. Why not? Right? We talked about it. So let's go ahead and slip this right under here like this. And there you go, you guys. Oh, you guys, I've enjoyed being with you today. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. See you there, guys. Bye now.